Good morning. Welcome to the Carla Marie and Anthony Show. I don't know how that transition takes so long to kick in, but Carla Marie will be here in a second. There she is. She expects the PA announcer to introduce her every time she does something now.
Kirby?
Is that Kirby is the PA announcer?
Yes.
Oh, I got to turn your mic on.
Yes.
Welcome to the show, Carla Marie.
Morning.
Thanks for making time for us.
You know, I have a
Move your mic out this way.
a busy day of interviews ahead.
Oh, yeah?
You know, post game.
So is this your press tour? Now that you're the new in-game host for the Seahawks?
I wanted to give you guys my first interview.
Oh, okay. Z from NYC, thank you very much for those 100 bits. We are in Hype Train level 4 right now. Before we move over to the other screen, though, it is September 13th. Thank you for hanging out with us. A couple things we're going to talk about. We do have a You Look Great giveaway that we are going to launch right after this Hype Train ends. So I will say this, though. We are out of large sizes of anything. So if you are a large or if you would prefer large, we do have the drawstring backpacks.
Oh, cool.
We can send you one of those instead. Otherwise, we've got every size from small to triple XL in You Look Great or Carla Marie and Anthony gear. And subscribers will have 3 times the odds of winning once we launch that contest or giveaway. Other things, airport surprise. Carla Marie doesn't even know about this one. I will show all of you what I'm talking about. Carla Marie's first game as Seahawks in-game host. Talk about that a little bit. Baby changing station situation. It's fun to say. And, of course, it is September, so if you do decide to subscribe today, if you get a 1-month subscription, you save 20%. 3-month subscription gets you 25% off. And a 6-month subscription saves you 30%. Meanwhile, we still take the same cut from Twitch. So it works out for everybody.
Can I open a window in this place?
No, you can't.
It's hot.
It's not that. Why are you wearing a hoodie?
Well, because I thought there was a fan on in here and it's unplugged.
Would you like me to turn the fan on? Okay. Well, let me get the money shot up there. Bam.
Wise and Shine, we're going to want callers for the baby changing station topic. I know I talked to Lenny. If he's available, would love to have him call in as well, as a dad who dealt with it. So when the time comes, give us a ring. I used press-on nails yesterday. Created by Cooper. I don't know how you feel about that as a nail artist. And I didn't want to post about it because I didn't want
My cousins are going to disown you.
young nails, your cousins, to be like, what the hell? I just didn't have time to paint them. I knew I wasn't going to have time to paint them, so I got these. And my paint job has not been doing... I think I need to do another lesson with them.
Mm-hmm.
But one fell off this morning, so now I look ratchet. So.
Love nail appliques? Appliques?
Appliques.
Appliques? What is the... how do you pronounce that?
I don't know. I'm not French.
All right. Let's see what we got here.
Let me tell you
Hype
what.
Train. What?
If these weren't in my life, I'd be dead right now.
Yeah. You had a very long day yesterday, so we can start talking about that. We are in Hype Train level 4. Once we get through Hype Train level 5, we do have the shot from Seattle Cocktail Club, and we will launch today's first giveaway.
We might do a shot from Seattle Gummy Company, too.
Okay.
I was handing these out yesterday like hotcakes to people at the game that I work with because...
How many did you have on you?
I had a whole backpack full because yesterday, Good Morning America did live cut-ins to Lumen Field because it was Monday Night Football.
Mm-hmm.
But Good Morning America is live, I think, 5 a.m. East Coast time.
Sounds about right. 5 or 6. I don't know.
Which means all of the staff that was a part of the live cut-ins had to be at Lumen Field by 2 a.m., including the dancers.
Mm-hmm.
And, they didn't really go home because rehearsal started at noon. You didn't have time to, go home after that. So people were there from 2 a.m. yesterday till 9 p.m. Or later, honestly, but the game ended at 9.
What do they do, a morning show? Jen and Lisa, thank you very much for those gifted subs. 5 combined between the two of you, and I think there was something else in there. Oh, Mr. Miami Cool redeemed 100 fake monies for a hydration reminder, so thank you very much. Also saw that Andre is going to be flying from Fort Lauderdale to Newark today.
Oh, cool.
And a first-time chat from J Queen. I'm assuming that's how you... Gia?
It's probably, from Janine.
Janae?
Or Janae.
Could have been both. So, thank you for chatting for the first time. Looks like she got a sub from Jen,
Cool.
which means she has 3 times the odds of winning our You Look Great giveaway, which I'm going to set
completed
up
the
right
hype
now. Carla Marie, you want to start pouring up that shot? So since we got the hype train completed, Carla Marie's going to pour up the shot from Seattle Cocktail Club, which is, what are we drinking again today?
Oh, shoot.
What?
The paper's downstairs. I got this. Hold on. Let me just think. No one talk. Okay. It's a grasshopper. It's got menthol in it.
It's not menthol.
Creme de menthe
Oh, yeah, it's like the mint liqueur.
with cream and a chocolate liqueur.
I think you did good enough, Carla Marie. And that You Look Great giveaway is open now. So if you want to enter to win, all you have to do is type exclamation point and the word enter in the chat, hit send, and you are good to go. 1 ticket per person. Subs get 3 times the odds of winning, and you have to be here to win. What?
Your voice did something weird there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super tired from yesterday's game. Not as tired as you or anyone that participated.
Yeah, I can't imagine how the players feel.
You know what's funny?
I cannot imagine.
I mean, I'm sure everyone does this, especially if you played football at some point in your life. You watch a game at home, and you're like, I could have probably caught that pass, or I could have done this, or whatever. Whether it's football, baseball, if you've played the sport at some point in your life, you watch it, and you start comparing yourself, right? And it's like, yeah, when I was in high school, we had Tuesday was Bruise Day. And that was when we had live team tackling drills, and that's when we would really
We should do that on Tuesdays around here.
we would hit each other pretty hard. That was the only day of the week that you really did full live pads, everything. And I was watching yesterday in person, and these guys are getting lit
And you can
up.
hear it in real life. It's crazy.
And yes, they have pads on, and they're professionals, and they're super
Yeah,
strong. But
pads don't stop your body from going 2 different ways.
But the craziest thing to me is how quickly they get up once they are just absolutely
I need
crushed.
help getting up after I purposely put myself on the ground.
Yeah. They would get destroyed by 3 different defenders and just pop up like nothing happened. I promise you, if I got hit as hard as some of these guys, I wouldn't get up for a week.
No. I'm truly I woke up at 4 a.m. and I walked down the steps, and I literally was like this on every step.
Yeah.
Because my feet are killing me. Everything.
It is wild.
I want to actually look up my total amount of steps for the day from yesterday.
You know what we should do, Carla Marie? And we are at 160% of the hype train with still about a minute and a half to go. So thank you very much for that. Carla Marie's pouring up our celebratory shots, so feel free to use the shot glass in the chat if you'd like. Oh, you're getting real up close and personal there, huh?
Because it's green. I want to show everybody.
It is a pretty shot. I'll give you that.
You're a pretty shot.
Oh, thanks. Good?
I might have something to top it off. I'll learn all about topping it off tomorrow during my cocktail class with Seattle Cocktail Club.
What kind of class you taking?
What is top? Oh, take a top off.
No, that's not. Anyway. Thank you to everyone using the brand new emote, the newest emote in our emote library in the chat.
This is what you call throwing a drink.
When is your cocktail class, Carla Marie, before we take the shot?
Tomorrow, Wednesday, 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, 8:30 p.m. East Coast time at your home because it's virtual and you can watch from anywhere.
And it is free, but you do have to register. Mm-hmm. So much like playing a game here on entering a giveaway here on Twitch, it is free, but you have to actually make a little bit of an effort. We got shot glasses flying around everywhere, Carla Marie. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Carla Marie.
Cheers, Seahawks.
Go Hawks. Nope. I hate when you stack the shot glasses because then the outside of one is all gross. But what are you going to do? Oh, perfect timing. We literally finished that as the hype train officially ended. So,
yes,
first
the
thing.
Class should be recorded.
What was that?
Jess asked if we'll be able to use the what? Oh, and we got a first time chat
From?
SN 6418. Is it screen name 6418?
Welcome to the chat. We have had the giveaway open now for 4.5 minutes. 86 people have entered. This will be open until
Are we doing 1 or 2 today?
we're doing 2 until around 8:30.
And by the way, if you won in the last week or two, your stuff hasn't been shipped out. It's going out today. This house looks like a shipping center. There's stuff everywhere.
Is it going to go out today?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I packed some of them over the weekend. Plus, we got a printer, so now I can print labels at home. Let me tell you what it feels like to have a printer.
I will say,
I feel rich.
It feels at least adult. It feels very adult.
I was about to order a printer on the internet. It was $105. I did some research, found the best little printers, brave little printer that we have. And I was like, wait a minute, let me just check Facebook Marketplace. And I found one. And the person was like, I love this printer. I actually couldn't find it in my move. So I bought another one and then I found it. So I was like, okay. Turns out she literally lived 5 blocks away. And I bought it for $55.
And how much was it originally?
$105.
There you go.
Before tax.
I will say, especially with tech stuff that you don't have to, like, clothing, you might be freaked out if maybe you don't want to wear used clothing or whatever.
Shop my Poshmark.
But with tech stuff that's really you're not gonna have any sort of emotional attachment to.
And you can wipe down.
100% go on OfferUp, Mercari. What's the other? Facebook Marketplace.
Facebook Marketplace is actually great. That's where we bought this screen. I think people feel safer with Facebook Marketplace because you know that
for the most
that
part,
account is connected to a real person.
Yeah, hopefully. Like I can
well,
still
you can
make
like
a fake
stalk
account.
their photos, and I mean, I guess Manti Te'o.
There you go.
But you can still stalk their photos, see their family, see their mom. You know the whole thing. But
definitely go check that out, especially for electronics.
I actually got a mail out. I sold shoes on Poshmark today.
Nice. That's where I get a lot of my Pokemon stuff. Also, that quick reference to Manti Te'o. If anyone has watched the Netflix documentary, it's like Netflix is 30 for 30. ESPN has 30 for 30
Untold
for
something?
Untold Stories, or is it just Untold? Either way, the Netflix documentary on Manti Te'o, who used to play linebacker at Notre Dame, then at where was he? San Diego, and then with the Saints most recently. The whole story about him getting catfished in college.
Well,
it's one of the wildest stories ever.
It was like one of the first catfishings.
That
we
was
didn't even know the word. That was the thing. He's like, we didn't even know this word.
That was the craziest part to me, was a word that is so often used today.
Yeah.
And so commonplace today. Like everyone knows catfishing. Everyone knows it's a fake account, that whether it's relationship, whatever.
Actually, call my mom. Bet you she has no idea.
Call her up. Here, you can plug her number in right there. Yeah, it's connected.
There's no way she answers this, but I'm gonna have to put it in her phone. Because when we do things like everyone, I'm always like, let me call my mom and see if she's everyone. There's no way she answers this. If my dad does,
hold on. Let us know if you're hearing that ringtone.
He's gonna think it's a telemarketer and he's gonna start yelling at us. And that's me.
Hi, you've reached.
She sent us to the voicemail.
Okay, so we are not getting Carla Marie's mom on yet, but Manti Te'o, when the news broke that his girlfriend wasn't a real person, his dead girlfriend wasn't a real person, everyone thought he was the biggest idiot in the world. It was like, how can you're a college football player, why are you even having a long distance relationship, blah, blah, blah. And now, if that story broke today, everyone would be like, oh yeah, that sucks for him.
Yeah.
Like he became villainized so quickly. Definitely suggest that
it was good.
documentary
I fell
if you haven't
asleep,
watched it.
so I gotta finish it. I talked about, I'm watching Only Murders in the Building. I'm just trying to think of things that I'm currently watching that are so good.
Wait, a guy I was friends with was on Catfish, and it was my favorite episode. Was he being catfished, or was he the catfish, Morgan? You got to call us up and let us know about that.
Okay.
What?
I don't know this person.
Oh, just this stupid chatter? Whatever. Someone else can block him. Don't worry. There you go. It was deleted. We're all good.
There's the bomb. Wait.
Devil in Ohio is a great show. I don't even know what that one is.
So this is bizarre.
What?
I went to go see if my mom was home on Find My Mom on Apple, and I have Erica Shea, the human's location, and Becca, our friend Steve's wife.
Is this your mom?
And they're 1 mile
Hold on.
apart
Is
in
this your
San
mom?
Diego. Yes.
Okay.
Hello, Mom. You are live on Twitch.
Oh, I'm going to have to put your name on this number.
I figured. I was scared Daddy was going to answer and start screaming at us.
Oh God, yeah. If you called his phone, yes.
So,
Okay.
Mama
My
Marie, we have a question for you.
telling me loud. Go ahead.
Okay. Do you know
Focus.
do you know what catfishing is?
Catfishing?
Yeah.
Isn't it when you go fishing and go for catfish?
Yes.
I mean, that could be one definition. Do you know the digital definition of catfishing, like the online version?
Oh God, no.
Oh, okay.
See, this is what I'm saying. So catfishing is when someone makes a fake account, like on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, whatever. They use someone else's photos and try to be that person. So like Anthony could essentially, right, in a regular world where people didn't know who we were, use all of my photos, pretend to be me, talk to another guy on the internet.
Well, and I'm sure it's happened with your photos at
Oh,
some point.
it
Someone
has.
has a fake Facebook account or something.
It has. And Anthony
Telling
was
you,
like,
on Facebook, one of my friends the other, and me like a jerk. I said, "Oh, why is he sending me a friend request? I thought we were friends," and I hit it, and that's what happened. I found out that it was a fake account.
See, got
so you
catfished.
got so that term is catfish.
Had the pictures and everything in it.
So catfishing, moving forward, now you know what it is.
Yeah, now I know what it is. Oh, so now when they ask me to be their friend or something, I'll say stop catfishing.
There you go.
Okay.
Thanks,
There you
Mama
go.
Marie.
All right, thanks. Love you. Bye.
Have a good day, guys. Love you.
Bye.
You didn't say love you again to my mom. That's twice.
She wasn't saying it to me. You said I love you.
She said love yous.
No, because you said it first. She was saying it back to you. Either way.
Oh, Meg said someone on Facebook a few years ago tried to add Megan as me, Carla Marie. They asked if I was a fan. Well, are you?
I mean, I'm sure someone can do it right now if they watch this video and feel like it, but I don't know if I've ever been Oh, no. There was someone on a dating app who was using my pictures, and I thought to myself, you are setting the bar so unbelievably low. If you just knew my connection rate on any of the dating apps,
Yeah,
you
but
would know.
You are a good-looking dude.
The number, thanks for asking, Mergen, is
201-305-0894. 201 for Jersey, 305 for Mr. 305, and 089 for lunch.
305 for Miami, for the record. I mean, it's not for Pitbull.
It is for Pitbull. We're
Pitbull
big
is Mr.
Pitbull
305 because of Miami.
Pitbull fans around here. I am anyway. I seriously, like, I don't, when people are like, oh, I hate Pitbull's music. I'm like, why? It's so fun. You can't listen to a Pitbull song without wanting to be like, eh.
You know what's funny? I was actually talking to one of my friends at the gym about how he hates when Pitbull comes on at like bars and stuff around here.
Why? Because he doesn't like fun.
No, he was saying he was like, because everyone dances like an idiot.
Who is this guy?
Like, it's not someone you know.
What's his name? I got to talk to him.
Hold on. There we go. Hello.
Is this Megan?
This is Megan.
Okay, Anthony's about to put your name on the screen. You put it as Mergen.
I wanted to put it as Mergen.
That works too.
Okay, so
Megan, where are you from?
She's in Ohio.
Ohio, that's right.
Anthony.
So the
what's going on?
guy who was on Catfish,
Oh.
his name was Ryan. He was super. He belonged on Catfish. Like, it was not a surprise that he was catfished by someone. It was somebody in high school using the girl with all the tattoos and the piercings. Like, I just know it was a girl from high school, and it was not a surprise when we found out.
So let me ask you this. So the guy that you know, he was the one being catfished,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And the pictures that were being used, was it someone that he may have known or someone completely random that this person decided to catfish him with?
It was this super hot girl with, like, she was like that, like, stereotypical emo, like with the black hair and the tattoos. I don't remember her name.
Like,
But
she
it
was
wasn't
The
like,
girl was using her photos.
Oh,
and it
another
was-
girl was.
A girl he went to high school with was catfishing him
What?
using this girl's photos.
so you knew, so did you know both of the people then?
No,
Oh, okay.
I met him after high school. He was like a friend of a friend,
Mhm.
and I didn't know him. Well, I guess I did know him when he was being catfished because I knew him obviously when he was on the show.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But we had kind of like separated ways. But
So-
it was pretty funny.
How did they find out that this woman was catfishing him, and
Yeah.
what did he do when he found out the person was someone he actually knew?
it was like a really awkward meetup in a park that's like really close to downtown.
Okay.
And it was basically like, I guess they kind of dated in high school, and she was a little bit unsure of like if she was bi or something, and felt like she was kind of slighted by him, and kind of wanted to get his attention again.
Man,
It was a weird story. I
can't.
keep trying to
People-
find the episode online.
people are so weird.
So weird. And
Like-
the internet has brought out the weirdness.
Yes. Megan, thank you so much for hitting us up. We appreciate you.
Of course. Have a good day.
You look great.
You look great.
You look great.
Man.
I'm a big fan of this this phone thing we got going on here. Real quick reminder, by the way, 4 minutes and we are going to do the first You Look Great giveaway of the day. So if you have not entered yet, it's very simple. All you have to do is hop into the chat, type in exclamation point and the word enter. No spaces, nothing else, and hit send. Once you do that, you're good to go. 1 ticket per person. But if you're a subscriber, you get 3 times the odds of winning. We haven't even got into some of the other stuff. But speaking of You Look Great gear, don't look at the screen yet, Carla Marie. So I got a message this morning from our friend Vicky, who was at Newark Airport, and she was wearing her own You Look Great gear and spotted someone else
Vicky Vix.
in You Look Great gear. And now you can look at the screen, Carla Marie. No, other screen.
Your mom?
Yeah.
Shut up.
So Vicky and my mom met at the airport
Shut the.
rocking some You Look Great gear.
Where's your mom going?
California. Going to see my aunt.
So Vicky spotted your mom first?
Yes.
What's the story? Tell the whole story.
That's you're looking at the picture that represents the whole
I'm
story.
assuming we can't call your mom because she's flying.
She is flying. But my mom did text me saying she felt famous because someone recognized her as my mom.
Well, and they were both at our meetup, Monday, Friday meetup.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that was super fun to wake up to.
Oh, I'm so glad Vicky said something.
So I saw the text from my mom, and then I opened up Instagram later this morning, and saw the post from Vicky.
You have to post that.
So that was, I think I
Yo,
just posted
I'm
to my
telling
story.
you right now, is there an Airports of America? I need to get in touch with the FAA
Why is that?
and Pete Buttigieg. I'm going to get him on the horn and be like, listen, Pete, we have a way to change airlines forever. We're going to get people in the positivity mindset. We're doing it already. Just give us that government contract.
What would our government contract be for? Just like sell You Look Great gear?
Yeah, have a cute little marketplace stand at every airport in America.
It would be cool actually to have like
Flight
the
attendants.
Hudson News of merch stores, and everything has like a positive message on it, and it's super comfortable for like flying. We could sell your foot hammocks,
Foot hammocks. And
it could say you feel great.
flight attendants won't have to wear stupid suits.
I'm actually a fan of flight attendant gear.
No, here's what's
I
going to
think they
happen.
look very presentable.
Okay, but how cute would flight attendants be if they wore like tight joggers, like fitted joggers?
But not all flight attendants want to wear tight joggers.
Okay,
Tight joggers.
I'm saying tight as in as tight as their pants are now.
Okay.
Like fitted like the Lululemon work pants essentially, like that style
Okay.
with like a cute special only for them. You look great.
Special only for them.
Limited edition, like Alaska Airlines, you look great. And they all wear the same color on that flight. And how cool would that be? And if you're caught doing anything bad and You Look Great hoodie flying, you get kicked out of America.
Fully kicked out of the whole
yeah,
country?
not even like no more flying, no transportation whatsoever. You don't, or you could stay here, but you can't move from your home. No cars.
Maybe just you can't fly anymore.
That's already a thing.
That's true. There's a no-fly list. I think we should be a little more liberal with putting people on the no-fly list.
I think we were. What was the number?
Like
It
if
was
you take off your socks on a flight, no-fly list. You're done.
But
Dunzo.
sometimes my feet swell.
Nope. You got to keep them on.
I actually need to start flying with compression socks. Anyway, I got to tweet PDG today.
PDG.
That's what I call him. No, PDB. Sorry.
So we've got about 45 seconds left until we are going to close the first You Look Great giveaway of the day. We are back to doing 2 of these a day. We did a beach waiver yesterday. If you want to enter, exclamation point. Man, I was doing so well. Exclamation point, the word enter, put that into the chat, hit send, and you're good to go. It's 1 ticket per person. So if you try to do it twice, it'll tell you you can't do that. And subscribers get 3 times the odds of winning. Sap
I'm
just
really-
entered. Oh, and by the way, we have every size from small to triple XL with the
Large.
exception of large. If you are a large, we got this for you. And actually, if you're
Or
any
you
size,
can take any size and give it to anyone in your life.
that's true.
Man, I'm hell bent on this idea now.
What?
because Pete Buttigieg is doing great things for travel.
He hasn't really done anything.
No, he's yelling at
He's
the airlines.
trying, yeah.
But he's like actually doing. I feel like all these other people that are appointed to things never do anything.
All right, close giveaway because we hit the 14-minute mark. Erica P is the last person who entered, but we are going to do another giveaway right after this one's over.
Oh, mix up all the tickets.
Like this?
And then you got to do this.
All right, draw a winner.
Tanya from New Jersey.
Tanya, if you are in the chat, please respond as quickly as humanly possible so that we know you're here and what size you are. Let's see if Tanya is in the chat. Give her about a minute to respond.
I just want to see what people think of my airline idea. Hold on.
Wait, we have to see if Tanya's
We'll see in a second.
Carla Marie, come on. We got things to do here. There's no one who needs positive reinforcement like Carla Marie.
She said, extra large, please.
Extra large. What do we have in an extra large today, Carla Marie? And Tanya, the next thing you're going to have to do, sorry to make you do some work here, but we don't have producers, so you are going to have to email us. hello@carlamarieandanthony.com. They're all in order. Oh, why are you doing that?
Ooh.
So email us, hello@carlamarieandanthony.com. Let us know your full name and address so we can ship this out to you today. You good, Carla Marie? Yeah. So extra large is off the table today. Might have some extra ones.
No, we definitely have more. We can't remove a whole size just because it's in the hallway.
All right. Now we set up the next giveaway, and you can see me do this so you know it's legit.
Oh. I have corns on my toes.
That's great, Carla Marie.
And it's been hurt.
Oh, that was the timer.
It's been hurting so bad. I had only one for
Don't you freeze them or chop them off?
for 2 years, and I used the little corn medicated things and they go away, but now it's on another toe, and it's seriously so painful. And my mom was like, the only thing a doctor is going to do is tell you that they have to shave the bone down.
Yeah, so shave it.
And I was like, well, here's the thing, Mom. I'm in my 30s. You get corns in your 70s. If I don't shave the bone now, what am I going to have? A whole cornfield on my foot?
All right, you look great giveaway. Number 2 for the day is set up, so give everyone their first ticket for free. Send a confirmation when buying, and subscriber luck is 3 times the chance of winning. So create and start.
But I'm scared to go to a foot doctor, a podiatrist, and have them be like, oh, we got to shave your bone down. I don't trust that.
Why?
Because doctors will do anything to... I got to talk to Dr. A about corns.
Can you freeze it or something? Doesn't it freeze and fall off? I don't know.
No, the internet says to get your skin soft and scrape it with the petty thing.
All right, so the airport surprise, we went through that. Carla Marie's first game. So we talked about it a little bit earlier. But how was the overall experience as the in-game host for the Seattle Seahawks?
I'm pretty sure that was the coolest thing I've ever done in my life.
Really?
And I always compare it to, I say the coolest thing I've ever done was being on stage on Madison Square Garden at a Jingle Ball or Radio City Music Hall.
I think being on top of the marquee at Radio City Music Hall with Shawn Mendes was pretty cool.
It was, because that was a once-in-a-lifetime, I'd say there's probably less than 100 people that have ever been up there to do something on a microphone. But last night, talk about feeling the energy of people, because I could compare it to the mock game. There were 7,000 people there who were just this is a cool summer day. I'm watching some football. It was nothing. Yesterday, it felt like a Super Bowl. Everything was on the line. It was Monday Night Football, kickoff. Stupid Russell Wilson was here. We had to beat his ass. It was great. And I
really do think that yesterday's game was the Super Bowl for the Seahawks.
So I found out from people in the production room said that it was playoff level energy. They that's never happened during a regular season game.
Yeah.
72,000 people screaming for their lives, essentially. You're you feel it ringing, and you get chills from things. It was insane. I can't even
the hatred for Russell Wilson was not only so much that it was the loudest that I've been in a stadium, right? That it was super loud, but the fans wanted to spite Russell Wilson so bad that they pretended they liked Geno Smith.
No, we do like Geno.
The way that they cheered for Geno Smith yesterday was he was a Super Bowl champion quarterback.
Well, I think they were cheering for him because he was doing good things.
Well, they were cheering for him that loudly because it was very much like you had a rough breakup with your ex, and now you're really forcing the Instagram photos with your new person because like, I need my ex to know how much I'm in love with this new person. That's exactly what the Seattle Seahawks fans were doing yesterday. We love Gino so much.
We do love
because
Gino.
We don't want Russell to know that we're still hurting deep down inside.
I love Gino.
He was good, and I'm a Gino fan. I've been a Gino fan since he was at West Virginia.
Where did Hannah? Oh, my friend Hannah was at the game, and she said I still can't hear.
Your ears are definitely ringing when you leave that place. Like, we took our friend Stormer, who's actually a Broncos fan. He came out to the game, and
From Denver.
I remember halfway through the game, he was like, "Man, I thought Mile High Stadium was loud." It's like, I've never been to a stadium this loud in my life.
Yeah.
And again, it was turned up a notch because it was Russell's return.
But it's so
Who's the next game at home?
Falcons.
The Falcons. Like, it's not going to be as loud for the Falcons, especially because they're terrible.
Oh, cool.
What?
I love winning.
I mean, winning's fun, but we'll see
So-
if they can win in the in between games as well.
So, my first hit, which is a hit, is essentially what we call in radio a break.
Mm-hmm.
Is when you're talking on the microphone. So my first hit was pregame, 5 p.m. Game kicked off at 5:15 in the south end zone, talking to our former coworker Cliff Averill.
Mhm.
So Cliff Averill worked for iHeartRadio for a bit at the sports station in Seattle. Like we'd
About
walk.
2.5 weeks.
We used to
2.5 months.
It was a while.
Was it?
Yeah, because we'd walk by each other in the hallway, and he eventually started recognizing me. And yesterday, right before the hit, I was like, Cliff, I was like, we actually used to work together at iHeart. He's like, yeah, you worked at Cube. And I was like, kind of.
Similar.
It had like 8 names. I did work at Cube at one point.
3 days. You worked at Cube shorter than Cliff worked at Sports
I did.
Radio.
And he was like, yeah. He's like, oh, what's up? So we're talking. And I told him, like, I'm going to ask you one question. He's like, okay, cool. And he was like, all right, I just got to think about what I'm going to say. Like, he was so normal. His son was there, who was 11 years old and taller than me.
He used to bring his son to the studio
Yeah.
every now and then.
And I said, Cliff, as we were sitting there before we went live, I said, is this really the loudest place to play, or do we just say that? And he goes, no. He's like, it is insane. He's like, this is by far the loudest. The second loudest is New Orleans.
Interesting. I've heard Kansas City is also very, very loud.
He did not tell me
Like,
that.
it rumbles like Lumen Field does.
I
Was
should have sent you
something-
the behind-the-scenes video of Cliff and I dancing to September.
There was something crap that I missed in the chat a second ago. Gino did look good in the game. Like, it was just a fun game to be at. What was I doing with my arms? I was probably like this. No, I don't even know what I was doing.
But I said to Cliff afterwards, he was like, that was so fun. And I said, that was my first time doing that here in the stadium. He was like, no way. He's like, you made it so easy. And I was like, so I'll never forget my first time.
Interesting. Jess from Minnesota. So Lambeau is one of the most famous stadiums probably in the league, if not just the country in general. Said Lambeau was underwhelming when it comes to noise levels, but it was early February, so it may have been a cold thing as well. Yeah, that is true. It is freezing there.
But you always have to yell to be warm.
At some point, you're just miserable. What?
Milwaukee Tom.
I mean, listen, be louder. That's all I can say.
So Gino,
My friend Hannah said Lambeau is built too wide, so that I guess the sound escapes. Because
New Orleans is a bowl.
it's called a dome.
No, he said it's the bowl of it makes it a.
It's
that's
a
what Cliff-
dome. No one calls it a bowl.
He said bowl. He said the word bowl.
Okay, well, Cliff is
Well,
wrong.
In the sports world, Anthony, we say bowl.
So you have the bowl in New Orleans, which obviously keeps a lot of the sound or all the sound in. And at Lumen, even though it's an open air field, it has the covers on top of where like the fans are.
Yeah.
So it keeps in a lot of that noise and ricochets it right back down to the field. Amanda Moe, Arrowhead is the loudest stadium. Apparently, it is at least third.
No, loudest is every year we get told we're the loudest.
So Lumen Field, and then what was the other one? Is it Mercedes? Is it still the Mercedes-Benz Superdome? What is it now?
Everyone thinks you're just hovering with your hands. They don't see the water bottle.
There's a water bottle under me. It's a magic trick.
So I guess after the game, Gino said something like, yeah, everybody wrote me off, but I didn't write them back.
Yeah,
but
they
it's
wrote me off,
apparently-
and I didn't write them back.
But it's apparently, according to someone on Instagram, they were like, can we just stop pretending like Gino came up with this? And it's
Who-
like, I forget, a rapper said it. Or-
Drake? I don't
No.
know. I credit all memeable quotes to Drake.
It wasn't.
Because that's how he makes his songs. He goes, what are people going to put on Instagram? Let me put those into some bars.
But Heather on Long Island said, "Do you wear earplugs for all that noise?" I had one
Should.
and then left it in the room with all my stuff. I need to get. The problem is because I have to wear my IFB to hear what I have to be doing and what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So
Let's see. Geno Smith quote
just Google.
source.
Also, I must say that the Seahawks social media team is crushing it. They were, I mean, obviously because we won, but they are just burning Russell Wilson on social media.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that says where it was
I don't know. It was
ripped off from.
I didn't 100%. Well, what's the quote? Is it there? Copy and paste it.
The quote itself?
Mm-hmm.
Where was it?
It's not in this article for some reason because it is a poorly written article.
Sports articles, when they don't come from like a huge news source like ESPN or Fox Sports, are the worst. They're absolute hot garbage. Because every sports article, because they want to get extra words in there, tells you the entire athlete's history before they get into what they're doing. It's like Geno Smith, who once played quarterback in Florida and then played quarterback for West Virginia, then got drafted by the Jets. Like, just tell me the thing he said yesterday, please. Oh, they wrote me off. I ain't right back, though. Bless you.
Oh, boy. Thank you. Bless you. It's true.
They wrote me off. I ain't right back, though, is the quote. So what did you find, Carla Marie?
I hope he said it because I would like to put it on a T-shirt.
Hopefully he's doing that already.
It's a Fox News article. Geno Smith fires message to critics after Seahawks win. They wrote me off. I ain't right back, though. That is the headline on Fox News.
Yeah. There are so many times where I end up, like, I'll see a great, that ends up being a clickbaity article.
Yeah.
And I'll click on it and they get me. And I get so mad that I remove them from my news feed entirely because you can do that on most apps. It's like, don't ever give me news from this source again. And that's what I do. It's always a website like Essential Sports.
Yeah, it's not real. Apparently, Dwayne Wade tweeted, "They wrote me off, but I didn't write back. Okay, Geno." Being mean. Why?
Wait, did he say it at some point?
I don't think so.
What do you mean? Dwayne
He's just
Wade,
being mean.
How is he being mean? What are you talking about?
With the laugh face, okay, Geno.
Yeah.
No. It says the article is Dwayne Wade, immediate reaction. Hold on.
It doesn't say anything about being negative.
When you say okay, everyone knows.
I think you're misinterpreting that. Are you in another crappy sports article?
This is from Heat Nation.
Okay, so it's a Heat blog. I don't know where you got that as being negative.
Because I use Twitter. When you say okay to somebody.
Oh, here we go. So Curvy Knockout says apparently he took it from Moneybag Yo.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think it was more like a okay, Geno, like
no,
okay.
He used a laugh face. I'm telling you.
Is Dwayne Wade friends with Russell Wilson? Good question.
Probs is. You know what? I'm done with Dwayne Wade.
I don't think Mergen agrees with you. I disagree.
Oh, you know what, Twitter? Sometimes you piss me off.
So Curvy Knockout says the Moneybag Yo line that we're talking about is left it on scene. I ain't right back.
I don't think that's it.
It's close. I don't think that's where he was going with it, though.
Credit for now.
Oh, you know what we could do is we could start a poll here.
A poll?
Yeah. New poll. Wade throwing shade or not? Shade.
Oh,
no shade.
This article said Dwayne Wade praises Seattle quarterback Geno Smith.
I'm starting the poll anyway, so now that everyone can agree with me. I just like the name of the poll, really. Did you see it, Carla Marie? See it? See what I wrote? Wade throwing shade. I could be a rapper. Are you done? Because you found the answer. What are you still looking for? Looking for another source to tell you that you were right?
No,
you
I'm
are
just-
doing the most. You were doing the most 2022 thing ever.
Okay. Well, first of all, you have to check multiple sources.
Not for a Dwayne Wade tweet. You do not need multiple sources. You have the source material and you have the person who tells you what he meant, and you're done. This isn't a book report
What
on
does
Dwayne
Sports
Wade.
Illustrated know?
Oh man. You're a true journalist, says your friend Hannah, because I'm not agreeing with her on
Hannah
that.
knows.
By the way, if you're seeing people type in exclamation point in the word enter, that is because they are entering our You Look Great merch giveaway. We have a bunch of stuff from our manufacturer. Some of it has been discontinued. Some of it was never made at all. And that is what we are giving away today. Yeah. We have every size except for large.
But we do have a sizeless backpack.
Mm-hmm. So if you want to enter that, exclamation point in the word enter, we will pick the winner in just about 10 minutes. Right around 8:55 on the West Coast, 11:55 on the East Coast.
Okay, someone responded to him. Career backup thinks he's hard. Now, is that to Dwayne Wade or to Gino?
That was to Gino, because Gino's been a career backup up until yesterday.
So everyone's talking on Twitter. The responses are about Dwayne Wade throwing shade at Gino.
Yeah, because they're probably like Russell stands. Anyway, just put the phone down. We're done with. I'm taking it.
Oh my God, this is insane! I was
right. What are you right about, Carla Marie?
Okay, hold on.
I mean, a lot of people in the chat seem to agree with you, but I really feel like we've spent a lot of time on a tweet that means absolutely nothing. We're just gonna wait till Carla Marie tweets. Claire said, Wade is friends with Wilson. Wade wrote yesterday, how dare y'all boo this man? Let's ride at Danger Russell Wilson. He can still support too.
Okay, well, I'm going to take down my tweet because clearly there's no debate to settle. It's been settled.
Can we move on now? You have this other thing we got to talk about.
Okay.
This is all you, so I can't.
Yes.
Baby changing stations. And before we do that, as Carla Marie focuses her attention on the next task at hand, it is September.
Yes.
And that means if you have not subscribed to our channel yet and you do today, you get 20% off as long as you subscribe during the month of September. If you do have a subscription and you upgrade it to 3 months or 6 months, you get 25 or 30% off the longer you go, obviously. And if you are a subscriber, you do have 3 times the odds of winning our You Look Great giveaway. So it's free to join.
Awesome.
Free to join, but 3 times the odds of winning if you are a subscriber. So make sure you type in exclamation point and the word enter into the chat. Take it away, Carla Marie.
Okay, so this meme, and by meme, I mean it was a tweet, but going around on Instagram. And it said, it was from a dad, a guy. He said, Dear world, putting baby change stations in the women's washroom and maybe the family washroom if there is one, but not the men's washroom, sends a very clear message about whose responsibility you think raising children is, and frankly, I hate it. Signed, a dad. I put it on my story on Instagram, and I said, if you don't think it's weird, these don't exist in men's washrooms, you're weird. And
now, to be fair, I have seen them in a lot of men's bathrooms.
Right.
Not all of them, though, which is the problem.
Correct. But are you seeing them in like major metropolitan cities or?
Well, I would assume the larger the place is, the more likely they are going to be to have changing stations to begin with, and then on top of that, changing stations in. Like if I was in the middle of Nebraska at a gas station, I'm not expecting that gas station to put in any changing stations.
No. So the reason I wanted to talk about this is because when I posted that, that's probably in my top 10 most responded to things I've ever posted on an Instagram story. Mainly from dads who were like, it's so frustrating for me when I'm out with my kid and I can't change them.
Yeah.
So many dads were like, I've had to have managers of restaurants, other places make sure the women's room was clear and stand outside while I change my kid. Then there were moms that were like, yeah, like if we're out somewhere or we're eating dinner and it's like my husband wants to take the kid, he can't. I have to get up from like if it's his turn, whatever. And then my sister responded and she's like, this sets me off. Like she's about to have a baby. She's like, so he's just what's gonna happen every time he takes the baby out?
I feel like if you live in New Jersey, most places probably have
Well,
both.
I
No?
can tell you that's not true because even Lenny, who, if he's in here, because he had a really
He
great
message. Oh, there we go. Oh no, I gotta find the screen. Hold on. Hey, is this Lenny?
Yes.
Oh,
Hi.
Hey, Lenny.
how you doing?
Good. Good. How's everything? Good morning.
Well, good morning. Okay, so you had responded to my Instagram story when I posted this about baby changing stations, and as a dad, you had a comment on it.
I did. So when my daughter was born, which was almost 10 years ago, um, the changing tables in the men's room probably wasn't as abundant as they were now. And at the time, I was unemployed. My wife was the one working, so I was the one taking care of Brooke mostly. I'll
Mhm.
take her here, there, and of course, I can't just walk into the women's room, so I would take her to the men's room, and the floor would be disgusting. So I know I said the term Asian squat, and I'm not sure if anybody really knows what that is, but essentially is you can squat all the way down with your foot planted. So using, and I was in much better shape back then. So I was able to squat on one leg, cross my other leg, put the changing pad across uh, the length of my, the calf and everything, and just change her right there.
So you were
Because
You made yourself a table and balanced on one foot as you changed your daughter.
yeah, because there was
That's
nothing.
wild.
Because a lot of the public restrooms, they don't have a toilet seat cover.
Hmm.
The ones that do, great. And if she was still that tiny, but as she got older, um, it was
Yeah.
getting much harder. And even I mean, I noticed that they do have more changing tables now in the men's room,
Yeah.
but they don't maintain it. So if you go into the men's room, it's all it's just goes
Does just
straight
pee
down. They
everywhere?
don't. No, I mean, like, just, it's supposed to be like an L shape, right? It's like a right angle.
Yeah.
But in the men's room, if you ever open it up, it just falls straight down.
Oh, I
They
have seen
don't
those. I have seen it where they're completely broken and they're
Well,
not. They're basically just wall decoration at that point.
Jesus.
exactly, because they assume, and to this day, that it's the women
Yeah.
that will
Right.
take the daughter to, or their kid to the
Mhm.
restroom, and the men just stand outside with the diaper bag or something.
Well, I started thinking about that, and as a kid, I don't ever have a single memory of having to going to the bathroom when I was with my dad.
Yeah, but
So
do you have a memory early enough, Carla Marie, of you being changed?
no, I'm not. I'm just talking about like it was always like my mom's gonna take us to the bathroom, and I guess, but like, what does a dad do when he has a 6-year-old daughter?
I mean,
I feel like he would wait outside the bathroom,
Yeah.
like right by the door.
Um,
It's obviously different, but Lenny has a 7-year-old daughter. So what do you do if there's no family restroom?
9-year-old daughter.
9. Oh my God, 7. I don't know why I said. Oh my God,
Uh,
because you know why? Because when we first started doing Twitch, she was 7.
that's true.
So for the most part now, she will use the bathroom by herself, and I'll stand outside and
Yeah.
make sure that nobody's like following her. But yeah, just even a couple of years ago, I would try to make sure that there's nobody in the restroom. Like knock on the door, or
Mhm.
if somebody happens to walk in, I'll just let them know, like, hey, my daughter's here, so they can turn to the
Yeah.
side. 'Cause
Yeah,
in we don't have as many stalls as the women's room.
Oh yeah,
So
you
a
would
lot of
take
it
her.
is, yeah. So sometimes things can be seen.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well,
I mean,
especially if it's like urinals without like the siding or anything like that, just to open your own urinals. They're pretty open.
yeah, like Martha said, if we're in a public space, I take my boys in with me.
Mhm.
They're 5 and 7, but if it's a smaller place, they go alone.
And I have seen dads bring their daughters into the restroom.
I guess
They'll
I've
make
never
an-
thought about that because I've never seen that.
well,
Because why would
they'll
I?
usually make an announcement as they
No
come in. They'll
way.
just like, "Hey, bringing my daughter in here," and everyone. And it's funny because it's not like anything wild is going on before they make that announcement, but everyone at least knows there's a little girl that's going to be walking in here. Don't like turn around before you zip up your pants.
Well, why would you even do that anyway?
Some guys are weird in bathrooms. Anyway, Letty, thank you for hitting us up, man. We
Yeah.
appreciate it. And the fact that you could balance on one leg, cross your leg over like that, and change a baby is one of the most
Yeah.
impressive athletic feats I've ever heard of in my life.
Well, not anymore. I can't do
Okay.
that anymore.
Go try it today. See how it goes. Don't hurt yourself.
Okay, like you look great.
You look great.
That is super impressive. Oh, we have another call, Carla Marie.
Good morning. Who's calling?
This is Sap, guys.
Hey, Sap,
Sap.
what's going on?
How's it going, guys? So I want to chime in on this because,
Yes.
as you guys know, I have Baby Sap and now Tiny Sap.
Yes.
And when we go on little trips, we take Baby Sap, we put a diaper on him. And there's been time where we need to change his diaper. And I have to go into the room because Mom is taking care of the baby.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been times I'll have to come right back out and have her try to change him or change him in the car uncomfortably in the car. And it's true. Like, we should have one in the men's bathroom. Always,
Well,
no matter if it's a tiny restaurant or not, or have a family room where it's available to everyone.
You
You're
know,
right.
in most places, in most states, there are requirements to opening up anything, right? Like if you have a gas station, you have to have this, a bathroom here, or if you have a restaurant, you have to have a certain amount of bathrooms for the amount of people that you hold. It should be written into those same requirements.
Right.
If you have a bathroom, any bathroom, it needs a changing station.
Well, and think about like architects, right? Like maybe not now, but a few years ago, they'd be like, okay, we're building these restrooms. Yep, baby change station. Only need one in the women's room. Like, it's not like it costs, you're not like you're building anything else out. You're literally slapping something on a wall.
Yeah.
It's just, it was a conscious decision to only put them in the women's room. But Sab, I don't know your situation, but for someone like you, right? The both of you have two younger kids. For example, if your wife was breastfeeding one baby and then you're going to change the other one, like, how do you now that other kid needs to sit there with a poop diaper screaming because your wife now has to do the whole entire family job? Like, that doesn't make sense.
That's what has happened. We've gone to places where she's breastfeeding, and then I have to go and change him, and I can't go into the room, so like into the restroom. So I tried to do it in the car, which is as of now, and now it's a little better because we had a sedan before, but now we do have the SUV. But trying to do that in the car when also my daughter is in the car, that's kind of difficult because there's no space for in a sedan. So
at least
I believe I commented to it too.
You probably did. It was chaos.
Yeah. And I guess if you have an SUV, it's easier to like pop the tailgate. But if you have stuff in the back, you're kind of screwed in that capacity. Anyway, Sap, thanks for hitting us up, man. We appreciate it.
Yep.
Always. Have a good day, guys.
You look great.
So Fred the Mailman is in the chat, and he said, I can't say I've ever had a problem here in Ohio. If the restaurant didn't have a changing station, I would – oh, I lost it.
Sorry.
I'd change her in the booth. I'd walk her into this is what I was talking about. I'd walk her into the men's room until she was old enough to use the ladies' room herself.
But he would change her in the booth of the restaurant. So what if I was eating next to you and your kid had a poop?
There was one time that a family, and it was during the boarding process, so I guess it would have been too hard to like get to the back of the plane. But a family did change their baby directly next to me on a plane. And I was like, this is a little much, guys. You could wait 30 minutes. I don't know.
That is way more common than you think. A lot of people do it.
But
Is there a baby changing station in the restrooms?
On planes, you know what? Because I'm not at that point in my life, I don't think I've ever noticed.
How ignorant are we, though?
Are there baby changing stations in airplane restrooms? There's got to be, right?
I love that Des is in here, and also her mom, Angela, asking her mom, what did you do with Mac and I, her brother? I love
that's
it.
Funny.
D in Palm Beach said, this could be a great code for bringing daughters into the men's room. Ducks on the pond definition in Australia. A coded warning used by men to alert each other that female guests, ducks, are present on the pond, so that for politeness, they should moderate their language.
That's great. I love that.
My friend Tatum had to change her baby's diaper in the car when I was with her this weekend.
And I'm sure in the car is very common.
Okay.
I mean, just on road trips in general.
No, you have to change your baby in the seat on the plane. I feel like we've had this conversation, actually.
That's
I guess it depends
crazy.
on the airline, because Martha says it pulls over the toilet. But what if you drop your
Yeah,
baby in the
that's
toilet?
right. No, it's over the toilet.
Yeah, but what if the baby falls?
It would fall on the floor because it's covering the toilet. Also, I mean, it's not going to flush automatically.
Curvy Knockout said there wasn't one when Christian was younger, not on planes. So I guess it seems like it depends on the type of plane.
All right, everyone who is flying in the next month, take note when you get on the plane, go into the bathroom, and let us know. Be like, Alaska Airlines flight from Seattle to LA. Check. We've got a baby changing station.
And Kelsey said, Delta has told me there's an ability to change an airplane bathroom, but I'm not sure how. So here's the thing. If your baby blows out their diaper, which they probably will, because that's what they're good at, that stinks.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and that's why there has to be a location in the bathroom because you don't want people opening that up
But it does.
in the middle of a crowd, essentially.
But the common response here is that some airplanes have it and
Yeah.
some don't. So if you're on one that doesn't, you're just gonna like if we had a baby and I'm window, you're middle, because that's what'll happen if we had a baby. I finally get the window seat,
Uh-huh.
and then there's a person on the end. And
So-
that baby poop. I gotta sit there on my pull out the changing table, the
Well-
tray where someone's gonna eat a snack next.
No, what they did was so the family that was next to me that changed the baby, they took the middle and aisle seats. Okay. So
That makes sense.
I believe the mom got up, stood in the aisle. The dad took the armrest, put it up. So now they have two seats next to each other. They like laid out a little mat, put the baby on it, changed the diaper, and then the mom walked it to the restroom, I guess, and threw it out.
Lacey, I know you asked her how to pronounce her name. I don't remember.
Oh, it's in the email.
Yeah.
Hold on.
We're gonna
Also,
say-
shout out to Tanya who won earlier because she already emailed us with her
Nice.
info.
Lacey said, went to a place recently that didn't have any changing table, so I had to change my toddler standing up.
Oof.
Interesting experience.
Hold on, let me double check. I
Like,
guess she could tell us in the chat how to pronounce it
Why?
properly.
You know what would be great? If kids were like baby animals and they knew how to pee outside, or like cats in a litter box. Lacey, sorry. It's Lacey.
Okay. Oh yeah, but I think she said, was she Cuban, Dominican? Something about you mentioned
Yes.
culturally, like you
Yes.
spell things differently. I could be butchering that, but that's what I do sometimes. I just make huge mistakes and sound like an idiot.
Martha said, I'm flying for
Cuban.
the first time with grown kids in December and I already have anxiety. Why? They're grown kids.
I think
They
kids
can
are
pee
just a
themselves.
wild card no matter where you go.
They'll be happy just to be on their electronic.
Because you think about it this way, up until you're, I don't know, probably 18 or 19 as a kid, you're just a wild card. Even 16-year-olds, like you don't know what attitude you're going to get from them that day.
I guess, like my niece Alexa.
Yeah, like you don't know. They might be super personable that day. They might be an absolute raging D-bag that day.
I'd say most part 17.
Okay, I'll give you 17.
But again, Alexa was 19. It was like, what are we getting today?
yeah, they're a little more stable as you get into the upper teens. But just because they're not pooping their pants doesn't mean they're a joy to travel
No.
with either.
D said, my boy loves to make bush
Oh.
wheeze. He pees on bushes and in the lake behind my parents' house. A bush wee.
Every guy's going to do that at some point. Thank you for the heads up, Erica, that said we still had SAPS info
Ooh,
up there.
new call.
Good morning.
Who goes there?
Hi, this is Nicole from Pennsylvania, Wise and Shine on Twitter.
Oh, Wise and Shine. What's up? Oh, yeah, you had a comment about baby changing stations not being in men's room.
I did. I messaged you on Instagram, but you
Yeah.
probably got inundated because it's insane.
Wait, what is your name on Instagram?
Nicole_Weisel.
Okay, now I'll make note of that because you guys all got to have different usernames everywhere. Okay, got it.
I know, yeah. So I was just going to call and say my daughter's 2. And even we went to the Outer Banks for the summer, and we drove down. And from PA to North Carolina, the amount of gas stations you stop at, they don't even have them in women's. And like other callers and people have said, when they do, it's disgusting.
I bet.
Like, I'm like, this, I'm not changing her here. So I just ended up changing her in my car. And then if I'm alone, like at home, and changing your child in a parking lot, like I feel like I'm constantly looking over my shoulder.
Oh my
to
God,
make
yeah.
sure, you know, because you hear stories of,
Oh, yeah.
you know, human trafficking or whatever. And then my husband, if he has her, forget about it. And then the other thing I wanted to say was I read an article about, like, unfortunately, drug users using baby changing stations to, you know, use illegal drugs, and which makes me really sad for them and also for the situation. So just the cleanliness was just not there.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
Well, you normally have your like little like pad that you put down, but still, I mean, that only does so much. I never really
Right,
thought
and
about
when-
like, yeah, you can change your kid in the parking lot. Obviously, that's the obvious answer. You can use your car. You're on
Yeah,
a
but then
road
you're
trip.
out there and you're not
But-
paying attention to what's going on around you because you're dealing with a pile of crap.
Exactly. And oh, there she is. And then when you have a smaller baby, like we had like a little setup where the diaper bag would open into almost like
Yes.
a changing station to keep
That's
her
what my
contained.
friend
But now
has.
as a toddler,
Right.
she's a toddler, so it's like wrestling an alligator anytime I want to change her diaper. So I'm like, just lay down, like let me just change you.
Listen.
So it's just.
Oh, sorry, I cut you off. What were you saying?
I was saying, I mean, at least some places now have family bathrooms, and that's a little better. Because
Yeah.
when my mom has to go potty, you can sit here and just stay. Don't touch anything.
Yeah.
Just stand there.
You know, this is just proving to me that having kids is more of a hassle than it's worth. That's all I've heard so
No,
far all day.
Absolutely. Just kidding. Just kidding. and it's things that you don't think about until you're in the situation. Like, oh crap! Like, what do I do here?
Mhm.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know?
like we said, the two of us had no idea if there's baby changing stations on an airplane because we've never needed to use them. But now I can't wait to go fly again.
Well, Jen said she's flying tomorrow. Sap said he's flying next week. So anyone who is flying, make sure you take note and let us know the airline and the route that you're on so we can report
Yeah,
back.
my husband is flying out to Seattle for business in a couple weeks. I'm gonna be like, I need to know.
Yes.
You need
Yes.
to let me know.
And
Like,
if he
in
needs
the
suggestions on
airport.
places to go, feel
Yeah,
free to
let
reach
us
out
know.
and we'll give it to him.
That sounds awesome. I will.
All right, thank you, Nicole. I think
Thanks,
she
you
might
look
need her
great.
diaper change. Sounds
Yeah, right.
like it.
You look great.
Bye.
Let's, there we go.
Yeah, 2-year-old. That's where my nephew Michael is at,
Mhm.
and that's the stage where they're just like,
Yeah.
"Are you a bird? What
They're-
are you doing, kid?"
It's like they're baby monkeys at that point. They're just like, they're everywhere. They're hanging on things. They're
Swing-
picking things up and throwing them.
It
Let's see,
is kind of crazy how they go from like these little delicate things to just animals.
Well, it's crazy that babies go from something that you can't trust to even sleep on its own, like you've got to monitor it, to something that can fall down the stairs, get up, and walk away. Within a year and a half, that all changes. It's like they become little rubber balls.
Michael will be 2 November 13th. So, oh my God, literally 2 months. Yeah, isn't that crazy? He was born when we were in Jamaica at the Sandals trip.
That's right.
But he's the first, I guess when my nephew Nick was born, who's now 16, I was in high school. So like I wasn't like, taking note of him as a kid as much. So Michael's really the first boy. I guess I don't really have a girl to compare to then either. Because I just feel like boy toddlers are actually more insane than girl toddlers. And I feel like parents say that, but I guess
I'm sure there's parents that can comment on that
Like-
in the chat. But before we do that, before we move to that part of the conversation, I want to remind everyone we do have our You Look Great giveaway. We are going to do that in 2.5 minutes. So if you have not entered yet, I'll put the timer up there so you can see it. Once that hits 20 minutes, we are going to do the drawing. So you have to be here to win. Type in ! in the word enter, hit send, so that is in the chat and you are good to go. Subscribers have 3 times the odds of winning, and that is it. But continue with the comparison.
Oh, I feel like boys are just so much more rambunctious, but then you get like girl teenagers. So
Well, I think that's usually from every parent that I've talked to, especially parents who have older children, is like the trade-off that you make. Is your kid, when it's a baby or when it's a toddler, young child,
Yeah.
is going to just be wild as a boy, if it's a boy, but you're going to get a more stable individual as they grow.
yeah.
But
Curvy Knockout said, my mom always said if she had my brother first, I wouldn't be here. My mom always says that if she had Ashley first, she'd have an only child.
yeah, my mom is a mom of 3 boys, no girls, and
Like, how
she
many
always
things broke.
everything broke. Every bed broke because we would wrestle. I remember she bought like some souvenirs from Mexico on one trip, and we broke that because we were throwing pillows at each other and shattered everything. What?
Martha said, boys are pain in the ass, but I'm glad I don't have girls because I feel more comfortable smacking them when they annoy me. LOL, don't come at me. Listen,
No, if I was a parent, I would feel the same exact way. I'd have no problem smacking my kid if it was a boy.
I got backhanded all the time, so
I just don't, but I don't know if I could hit a girl.
that's what I'm for.
I guess that's what the mom is for.
Although my dad whacked us in the ass. But it's funny, hitting kids is like listen, if you're like, I will never hit my kid, I get it.
Yeah.
There's a difference between a good spanking and actual child abuse. I think
Yes.
we all can
There's
say
a
that.
difference between discipline and abuse.
Yes.
There's a pretty clear line.
But when we were at I don't know if we talked about this. When we were at dinner in Disney with my brother, sister-in-law, and their kids and everyone, for some reason it came up, and my brother was like, looked at my sister-in-law and said, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think we ever hit them. And she was like, no. And the rest of us were like, that explains everything. That's why they are the way that they are.
I saw a message from Jules asking, because I guess we froze for them. We have not done the drawing yet. We've passed the time limit. So let's put this back up here.
Well, finish your thought.
What is my thought?
You were reading a message.
I think that was the message I was
that
reading.
was the message, sorry.
So back over to the You Look Great giveaway. We do have every size from small to triple XL with the exception of large. So you want to show people the backpack that you can choose as well?
So we don't have every size.
Well, with the exception of, that's how that sentence goes. So if you get a large, we'll probably send you this.
You can also pick another size. You can, if you're like, oh, I want an extra large.
All right. Closing the giveaway in 3, 2, 1. Close. Ooh, just got in there. Who got in there last?
J. Chris.
J. Chris Gaff. All right, draw a winner.
Mergen. How
Mergen,
cool.
there you
She
go.
called in today.
So congrats, Mergen. I believe you're still here. Let us know in the chat, because even though you called, you do still have to be here to win.
Oh, that's mean.
Well, those are the rules.
Oh, Vicky's over. First time chat said he's so hot. Oh my God. I think that's about you.
I doubt it. Let's see.
She's right there. Oh no.
Where? Did Mergen leave too early?
Wait, give her a second because. Oh, Claire, I wanted to see what else they were going to say.
No, it's fine.
Just kidding. Oh no.
Well, I got to start the minute timer.
Oh, she's here.
Oh, okay.
Poor service. Okay. Let us know what size you are. If we lose you, we'll connect.
Yep. And you have our email, hello@carlamarieanthony.com. Let us know your full name and address so we can send that out.
Small.
Perfect. What do we got? Ew.
Rutgers Red.
Although if she's from Ohio, it could be Ohio State Scarlet.
What if she hates Ohio State? Like, what if you won this?
If I won that, what would I don't think I like any teams that are red, now that I think about it. I mean, it's close enough to maroon because it's like that faded red that I could say maybe it's from my high school. The Ridgewood Maroons, the stupidest mascot name ever.
It is stupid. I'm wondering when Rutgers is going to be like, hey, Carla Marie, we'd love to have you guest host a game, and we're going to honor you with a trophy or something.
What? For what?
Being a cool alumni.
Lenny, I'm not a Devils fan. I will support the Devils mainly because they're
You don't even like
one of the few teams from Jersey that's left. But I am more of a Rangers fan in hockey. If I had to pick a team, but I also don't really watch hockey.
I
watch Olympic hockey.
I have known you for 12 years.
Yes.
And I have never heard you say a single peep about, let me finish this, about like caring anything about hockey, let alone leaning towards the Rangers.
Maybe you've never asked.
Why? Since when?
Maybe if you cared, you'd ask.
I bet you don't even know who the Rangers goalie was for a time.
Mark Messier.
No.
It's like the only, I don't know, Wayne Gretzky.
Yes.
Wayne Gretzky was not the Rangers goalie. Did you say yes to that?
Yes, he was. Oh, he was on the team, wasn't the goalie. His daughter's hot, but she's in college.
I don't even think Wayne Gretzky played for the Rangers ever.
Yes, he did.
Oh, I do know Lundqvist, actually.
Well, these people are about to tell us. Hockey's so underrated.
I actually think it's overrated.
He was not on the Rangers. Thank you, man.
Thank you. I was saying Wayne Gretzky as like an obvious
That's
joke.
funny.
Like clearly Wayne Gretzky did not play for the Rangers.
Tampa Bay Lightning's a cool team because they win.
I also think you should only be allowed to have a hockey team if you can play hockey in your city. Like you can never play hockey outdoors in Tampa. It's stupid.
In New Jersey, you can.
For a couple months, maybe, depending on the winter.
Hold on.
But like Phoenix should not have a hockey team. They're the Wild. No, what's the Phoenix hockey team that shouldn't exist?
Anthony, you're not a Rangers fan, though.
I'm not a Rangers fan. I just happened, if you told me I had to pick a team, I would pick the Rangers.
When you Google Wayne Gretzky, the first thing that comes up is daughter.
Yeah. I know someone that's friends with her, actually. Anyway, we are going to get out of here.
I
Oh,
knew
I'm
it.
Going through all these.
Gretzky ended his professional career playing with the New York Rangers, where he played his final 3 seasons.
What?
In 1997. That's when I was like a big hockey fan. And I used to be like, It was the only time I could say the word suck. I'd be allowed to be at Devils games chanting, Rangers suck, even if the Rangers weren't there.
All right, we are going to get out of here now that we've fully embarrassed ourselves with hockey knowledge. What else do we have here in the chat? Apparently, Messier convinced Gretzky to join. Sure. Listen, I know nothing about hockey. If you were like, oh, Derek Jeter one day played for the Devils, I'd be like, okay, whatever you say.
Okay, but you would know it's not true.
But I do enjoy watching Olympic hockey.
Yeah.
Like that's what I will definitely watch Team USA games. I'll watch some Canadian games, but I can definitely get down with U.S. hockey.
I can't believe we haven't been to a Kraken game.
Once every 4 years, I pretend to care about hockey. And I think I watch enough sports where I'm allowed to say that there's just one that I'm not going to follow.
Well, we're going to
all.
need you to hand in your man card apparently today because,
Because what?
all boys have to love all sports.
No. I've replaced following hockey with my passion for college sports, college basketball,
Pokemon cards.
Pokemon, and college football in that order.
Well, since I work in sports,
Yeah,
I
that's right.
have my man card.
All right, we are going to get out of here. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. We will be back on Thursday with more You Look Great giveaways.
Yes.
And if you won today, I know Tanya sent us an email already. Mergen has to send us hers, hello@carlamarieanthony.com. And if you don't get our newsletters, because we sent one out yesterday, if you don't get them, send us, if you think you signed up, send us an email to that same account, hello@carlamarieanthony.com. That way we can figure out what's going on, figure out if you're on the list or not, and why that's not working.
Yes. Thanks for hanging out. Tomorrow night, cocktail class with Seattle Cocktail Club. All the information's at themorningshowpodcast.com and seattlecocktailclub.com. If you're not there, I'll see you on Thursday.
Peace out.